If you're running Meta ads with the same strategy that you used last year, you're fucked. Because Meta's algorithm has fundamentally changed overnight. Strategies that work perfectly in 2025 is delivering the worst results ever. My name is Victor. I run Active Promotion and I'm a partner in a 7-figure e-com. We spend millions on ads every single month on our clients. And we work with clients doing upwards of 200 million in revenue every single year. In this episode, I'll show you 7 steps on exactly what you need to keep an eye on right now to crush it in 2026. The first topic I'm going to speak about is all about creative output. When I talk about creative output, it's about the amount of creatives that you push out, which means GIFs, videos, graphic, statics, all like content overall. The amount of content that you can produce. And the volume of content has never been more important than it is right now. And I still see companies and brands neglecting this, like not prioritizing it, not optimizing their business on it, doing it the old school way. And it's typically why people can't scale to a new level. Like it's typically why companies are stuck at some kind of spend, because they're simply not pushing out enough creative volume to let the algorithm take the extra step, like to make it optimize into new audience or to test different things, because it's just running in the same loop. The second thing I want to talk about is that it's not just only about quantity of content, it's about the quantity of the quality in the creatives that you produce. What I mean when I say that is that just pushing out ads, like making 50, 100 ads, 2023, 2024, like this strategy worked. It worked like crazy. You could upload 50 static ads and they would just find their customers, like they would just find their way. But the game has changed on this. And the reason is that it has never been easier to put out a high volume of content. Like you can with AI create 50 AI ads in a matter of like 10, 20 minutes. And you can launch it. So what is really working now is to make sure that the quality of the quantity that you have is doing good. Like that you're not just uploading, and get me right, shit ads. Like not just uploading ads for the sake of uploading ads, and that you're uploading ads that you really have worked on, that you really believe is working, and not just the sake of uploading 50 ads. The third thing I want to talk about is that bigger content variation and not just iterations is extremely important if you want to target new audiences. This is a part of this Meta Andromeda that has made it much more difficult to target new audiences, which means that your content has to have a broader variation to target new audiences and not just end up in the same loophole. So let's take an example. Start 2025, you could make one ad, like just changing the text in the hook and making 5, 10, 15 different iterations of it. This strategy is not working anymore. Due to Meta's Andromeda, they are giving your ads a entity ID, which means that if your ads are looking a lot like the same, they are going to, even though it just recently launched, if the content variation, if the difference in content is not big enough, it's going to put it into the same entity ID, which means that it's going to target the same audience. So if you want to target a new audience and like take the next step and increase your budgets and not just being in this loophole where you feel like you have a budget limit and you're not really targeting new customers and you feel like you're kind of stuck there. Like if you are at that stage, you need to make sure that the content, like the variations, the difference in the content is much bigger than just changing the first hook or just changing just one simple text inside the first 3 seconds of the video. Whatever you do, like the changes have to be substantially bigger to get a new entity ID and for that entity ID to find a new audience. So that's something you have to keep in mind and have to know. The fourth thing I want to talk about is more spend equals more data equals better results. We've seen that having a too low budget simply doesn't get the job done anymore. The algorithm needs way more spend to get enough data to break through. And we haven't heard any statistics or haven't got any information directly from Meta on this. This is just all based on our own learnings. We've seen that the minimum is around $70 a day per campaign, but this is just from our data. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you can spend less. We just see that spending $77 a day instead of spending, let's just say, $35 a day gives more than a 2x increase. And what I mean with that is that 1 + 1 is not giving 2, but is giving 3 instead. So this is definitely something you have to keep in mind. And I feel like the reason we're seeing this happen has something to do with the fifth thing I want to talk about. And that is that it's all about marketing knowledge and not about meta hacks anymore. We have entered a new era of meta where the meta hacks don't really make the biggest difference anymore. It's much more about how your overall marketing strategy is working or not. It's much more about the full funnel. It's about the copy plus the content plus the landing page plus the offer plus the payment solutions that you have plus the CRO, all of these different things. Like, it's not just about the type of content, or it's not just about the offer, or it's not just about the copy. It's the whole full funnel overall. And I feel like this makes great sense, because the sixth thing I want to talk about is that it's never been easier to set up ads, and it's never been more difficult to make it profitable. Meta has never been as easy to set up as it is right now. And when stuff like that happens, it just opens a much broader market. Now they can YouTube a video on how to set up a meta ad. Because setting up an ad is one thing, but making them profitable is a whole other thing. And I feel like this really makes sense when we look at the last thing I mentioned, which is that it's all about marketing knowledge and not just about meta or meta hacks. It's about the full marketing strategy. It's about spending more, getting more data to get better results. It's about the full customer journey. It's about what is the experience. Like, it's all about what is the overall experience for the customers, and not just about having a crazy offer or having a piece of content or a copy that's working. Like, it's the overall full package that you have to look at. And it's never been more crucial than it is today. I want to finish off with saying that I see the potential of Meta as the biggest I've ever seen. We've never had such good results as we are getting right now on our clients, and I would definitely recommend to everyone I talk to push further on Meta, but make sure that the backend, that the customer journey, that the CRO, that the offers, that the content, that the copy, like the overall full package to make Meta working is good, or is looking like something that has potential. Because the easiest thing nowadays is just to set up a campaign, give it some spend and let it go. But if the fundamentals of what it's working on is not set up to succeed, then it's never ever going to work.